busiest part of summer here at Château de la Ferté. We've had music festivals, community events, friends visiting, and even a music video shoot.
C'est déjà, il y a un côté un peu plus rock, mais t'as un côté très, très Bowie.
Quand je suis rentrée dedans et que je t'ai dit, oh, j'adore.
And to mark the end of our very first year here was the return of the ohnoanotherchateau. This impressive relay race is held every year in Saint-Denis and runs its track right through our grounds. But all this commotion didn't stop us from moving forward on Château work.
Now that we have done work securing the east wing kitchen floor, one of the next steps has to be redoing all the electrics, as we are far from safe with the current system.
While Gustavo and our electrician work on their plans, there's still the question of the kitchen floor.
By the way, if you're new to this channel, don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave a comment. Your support is what keeps us going.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the adventures of Château de la Ferté with Reni and Gustavo. We had a very eventful last couple of weeks. As you've seen in our last video, we just finished strengthening our beams that support our future kitchen's floor. So what are we gonna have lining this floor? Tomettes. I just brought from the cave some 20 square meters of tomettes that were previously in the kitchen. They were taken down by the former owners of the house, Adrien, because I think these are too heavy for the way the floor was, the state that the floor was in. Our idea now that we have a good base for them, is to get them clean and put them back on. But first, we need to know if they're gonna fit. Also, these are extremely heavy. I don't know, this must be what, like some 4 kilos? I mean, this is not great, but these come in all sizes and shapes. So, well, they're just pretty old and handmade. Now we're gonna go back in and see if they fit. So these are the original terracotta tomettes, right? They have a épaisseur, how you say épaisseur?
Thickness.
They have a thickness of between 2.5 and 4 centimeters. There's a lot of variation there. So let's see if the floor, on the level that it is today, we can have them. Right here, you can see that they are lining perfectly with the existing, I don't know, mantelpiece, base, whatever you call that. But you need to remember that we're gonna have some centimeter of soil preparation, so they're gonna be a bit high up. Okay, so this is passable, I think. Here, not so much. I mean, ideally, we want the tomate to go under the stone corbeau, but I don't think this is going to be possible. But it's not the biggest problem. The biggest problem is going to be by the doors. No dice. There's no way we can open the doors on the level that the floor is right now. Either we cut the doors or we bring the floor down a couple of centimeters.
What do you think is more likely solution?
The easiest solution is to cut the doors, of course, but this OSB is not the best base for the plancher, the sous-plancher as they say. So if we are to replace the OSB, we might as well just bring the whole thing down a couple of centimeters. Because you need to remember, this is not lying directly into the soliveau. There are like a few cales, how you say cales? Some fillers. There are between the soliveau and the floor in order to level it. We just have to bring that whole thing down. I would most likely want to do this. It's a matter of time and budget. So that's it. First, let's get these cleaned and ready to go, and then we can figure out what to do with the sous-plancher. Since we're in the kitchen, let's talk a little bit about this fireplace. Now you can see that the original fireplace goes all the way up to this stone lintel here. And we have these two additions, 1 and 2, that were added throughout the years to limit the smoke coming, out from the hut. One of the possibilities is to have our range installed right here, right under the fireplace. So in order to do that, we would have to take this down and this down. Overall, even if we don't use this as the place for our range, I think it would be great to have the fireplace the way it was supposed to be when the house was first built. A big ass fireplace. So what do you think? You think it's a go for the demolition of this and this? Remember, these were later additions. Let us know in the comments.
So in our video from a few weeks ago, we had a section talking about transitional objects that really seemed to resonate with you guys. And I thought I should take the opportunity to share some of my transitional objects. I don't have a lot of possessions, but I do have some really cool instruments, and they're finally all here at the Château. So let me take you through my collection. I try to buy high quality instruments that will last, and I don't have as many of them, but that means that I have so many memories attached to each of these instruments. For instance, this is like a 15, almost 20-year-old Nord electro that has been all over the world with me, Australia, Europe, all around the United States. Has played so many shows. It's got like scratches on it. I've repaired it a couple times, but these things are indestructible. And I actually bought it with my first advance from my first record deal on Universal Motown when I was about 19 years old. So yeah, this guy's been around a long time. My white Telecaster guitar that I got off of Craigslist with an amp for $600 back in 2009. Pretty freaking good deal, if you ask me. So it's been upgraded to have the vintage style tuning pegs. Beautiful instrument. This is very special to me. This is a 1970s Music Master, and I actually traded this for another bass that I also bought off Craigslist. It was my friend's, and it has flat wound strings on it, and I just love playing this bass. I've also lent this to a lot of friends, so there's also memories from my friends that they have of this bass, which is pretty special. And the last thing, I don't like to leave it out in the open if I can avoid it. This will be the oldest instrument in my possession, and some of you might be surprised what it is. Ta-da! It's a trombone. It is not just a trombone, it is a Bach Stradivarius trombone that I got from my parents when I was in high school. This is the instrument I've had the longest. Has some dings, has some nicks, but overall, pretty good condition and plays beautifully. Oh, maybe not that beautifully. Yeah, love that. Anyways, the goal is to eventually have keyboards, instruments, things in every room of this house. So I'm slowly working towards that goal. And if you follow me through here, this is one of my newer acquisitions from a dear friend who goes by the performing name of Château. You should check out his music, it's amazing. He sold me this keyboard, which is very funky. It's kind of a one-trick pony, but it does some interesting things. So yeah, this keyboard, I just really liked the design of it, and it's a bit funky, so I'm gonna figure out a way to use it and hopefully get some more keyboards in here. By the way, thank you so much for sharing all your amazing stories about your transitional objects. It was really fun for us to read them and made us feel really connected to this sense of community that we're trying to make here on YouTube. So thank you so much. And going back to instruments, I'm curious, do any of you guys play instruments? Have you lugged your instruments around from house to house? Do you maybe still have some in the closet that you need to dust off and practice? Let us know in the comments. I'm curious to hear from you guys about that. And actually, speaking of instruments, I totally forgot that I do have a couple of transitional objects that aren't instruments. So why don't I show them to you? We just hung them up over here. These are 2 oil paintings by my great-grandfather. They came all the way from Missouri. They're of the Missouri River Valley, some autumnal scenes. And actually, he was an architect. That was his métier, as you would say, but he was also a painter, a fiddle player, an amateur scientist. He was quite an interesting guy. So it's really cool to have these here in the chateau hung up in my little office as a sort of inspirational corner. Some of you may not know this, but all the music on this channel is composed in-house by me, and I will be releasing some songs later in the year. So if you'd like to follow up on that, check out my website. I'm gonna put it here. And yeah, thanks for tuning into my transitional objects.
Now these boards were holding extra insulation in place. I mean, everyone who we showed the setup said that it was a bit too much. It wasn't letting the floor breathe. So now that we redone the beams, these will go. Just from touching it, like, retains so much moisture. I don't think this was ideal. Now there's always also this problem happening right now. This guy, I don't know if you can see him. There's this goat. All right. So welcome to my makeshift cleaning station. I left these tiles here for a few minutes. And the idea is to leave them in water with some savon noir. This side, the terracotta is slowly coming back to life. I don't know, is this any better? I don't know how well I'm gonna get the mortier out, but clearly there's a side of parement, the side that's supposed to be seen, and the other one where we're gonna stick it to the sous-plancher. There's sort of a marble effect, which is pretty cool. Back later on. These guys have been here for a little bit. Let's see if we can get better results cleaning it. This one I haven't touched. You can see it's a bit gray. First, let's attack the coulis side. Metal brush. The terracotta is coming back. Now let's go for the parement, the showing side. Managed to get a bit of the terracotta back, but here, I don't know, it's from the specific argile or it had some oil spill or something. Keep trying. I think this one is good to go. That's it. Let's leave it here to dry.
With these 16 Tomettes down and some 400 to go, we've officially started our kitchen renovation. Stay tuned for our next video where we'll discuss some of our inspiration, our vision, and more. As always, thank you so much for watching. Until next time.